Hi there. I'm going to show you today how to do some prospecting with a TaxNet Pro account. Now, when I say prospecting, I'm talking about the old new listings needed. Now, if you have a specific property you're thinking of, maybe you just sold a property, and I'm going to use 231 Estelle Lane as an example. We can use that to zero in on an area, or even if you didn't sell that property, but you simply want to um, you know do mailings into that area to try to attract new business, you can use this tool. Now, as you see, up comes information on that particular piece of property. What I want to zero in on is this neighborhood code. And if you notice here, the neighborhood code is N4287. So what we're going to do is use that neighborhood code to construct our mailing. So I'm going to go back to Collin County, and while it paints the map, I'm going to go over here to my property search, and I'm going to scroll down. Notice all the ways. I'm going to reset this real quick, but you notice all the different ways that we can search for property when you have a pro account. So you can obviously use a name and address. You can also use things like city, zip code, if they're an out-of-state owner, or if you didn't have the mapping tool, you could simply type in Estelle Lane. You could use a zip code. You could use a city or an independent school district, but we're going to use that neighborhood code I talked to you about, and it was N4287. Now, before I hit the search button, I'm going to go down a little bit further too, and I'm going to find another thing to limit my search on. And I'm going to say houses where the deed date did not occur until before 2010. And the reason I did that is I want people who have lived in the house for a while, because if they just moved there, they're probably not going to want to sell it. I'm going to further limit this list by saying show me only people who have the homestead exemption. That way I don't get renters. Now, as you see, I have all these different properties. 69 records came up in all. Now, I could view them on the map if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go down here and look at this list. Now, I could download this list right away into an Excel spreadsheet to prepare my mailer, or I can further refine my search. I'm going to refine my search one more time. Since I'm doing this mailer and I'm calling it, I have so many houses, or so many people are looking for houses in your area, and your house meets that criteria. I want to come and talk to you about putting your house on the market. Well, I just happen to know, because I scanned that property record, that it had a swimming pool as well. So let's now add that to the list where we want those people that also have a swimming pool in that neighborhood. And that neighborhood, by the way, also belongs to the Lovejoy School District, which is very popular. I have 44 records now. I would simply download those 44 records. That's an inexpensive mailer. It tells you it's going to cost 4 credits. You have a way to customize that mail, the way that download is put together. Don't bother. You can delete columns you don't need from Excel. Now I can have everything is just loaded into an Excel spreadsheet. I'm just going to open it so you can see it. And there it is. There's the information, and notice how we break out the owner's first name and last name. So when you put together your mailer, it'll flow more easily when you put Dear David or Dear James instead of a name linked together or a legal description. You also are going to have information in that document about what the value of their house is. So you could say things like, hey, houses in your area are selling for 20% over the appraised value by the CAD. The appraisal district currently has you valued at X, and you'd be able to extract that from the data you just downloaded. Hopefully this gave you an idea how to do a little bit of prospecting. As you know, you have to be keeping your name out in front of people, and you do that with social media, you do that with networking, and you do that by doing some direct mail and keeping your face in front of people, especially in that area. Show them you're an expert. Now I want to wish you all the luck in the world. Get after it.